Hi, I am Jenn Lormand. I'm an exercise physiologist, I'm an author, a studio owner, and a mom of 3. I am also living with stage 2 pelvic organ prolapse. And I wanted to tell my story of what led Christina and I to develop this program. And that goes back to 15 years ago with my first delivery. I had a great pregnancy. Unfortunately, I had a traumatic delivery, and I did have a vaginal delivery, but it needed forceps and a vacuum, and that led me to having a 4th-degree tear. 16 months after having my first son, I delivered my second son, and during that pregnancy, I developed something called vaginal varicosities, which is quite painful. It's like hemorrhoids of the vagina, and that caused me to have a C-section for that delivery. And after that, I created a program called Mommy Movement, was able to get my body back, help lots of other women get their bodies back. And then God blessed me with a 3rd pregnancy at 35 years old, delivering at 36. And that 3rd pregnancy really did throw me over the edge. I had a very large umbilical hernia. After delivering him, I had a 5-finger width diastasis recti, so I could literally fit my whole hand between my abdominal muscles. And that is what led me to find Christina, who helped me immensely. But I did end up having to have surgery to repair my abdominal muscles. And I also had surgery to repair my umbilical hernia. All of those surgeries and scar tissue, it's created quite the journey of getting my body back after this 3rd pregnancy. But Christina and I together found the Pelvic Core, and it has been a godsend. I can tell you from the very first time I put that on and began doing the exercises, I could literally feel my pelvic floor lifting. And at first I thought it was crazy, but I said, I'm just gonna do an experiment with myself and try to use this for 30 days. Within 30 days, many of my symptoms were alleviated. Many of my bladder and bowel symptoms were alleviated. I wasn't using the restroom 15 to 20 times a day, and I wasn't having as much incontinence with activity as I did previously. The other thing that's embarrassing with pelvic organ prolapse in my case, and I think many others based on the stories that I hear from women, is really not being able to wear tampons, pain with intimacy with your husband or partner. It impacts your life tremendously, and it impacts your relationships tremendously because it's not something that you want other people to know. It's embarrassing, or as I always tell my husband, it's mortifying. It's mortifying to have accidents at a dinner party or at a field trip with your kids where you didn't bring an extra change of underwear and pants. It's mortifying when you love your partner so much, but you're not able to express that because of pain. And so through this program and using the Pelvic Core, which I use religiously 5 days a week, it has helped tremendously. And I desperately want women to know that they are not alone, that they do not necessarily need surgery, that they do not need to insert anything into their vagina to get relief from these symptoms. Certainly there are cases where that's appropriate, but you can do something that's very simple for 10 minutes a day and get amazing results and relief from your symptoms. So I want women to know that there is hope and that you are not alone. You do not need to suffer in silence.